Hello, it's Luis Martin, the art engineer. It's been a while since I've done a vlog, so I'm really excited to be here. I have some amazing magazines that I want to play with that I haven't had a chance to open up. So I've been really busy. I've been doing all these amazing things and I feel so fulfilled, I guess is the word. Thank you to all of you who have been taking the prompt weeklies. Those have been so much fun. Please continue sharing your work. And I'm working on some other projects that I will be sending you invitations to very soon. And so let's get collaging. Like I said, I've been really busy, but I always make time for what really matters to me, which is my happy place, and is my collaging. So I have a backlog of magazines, and this is just the top like 4. But let's start with decor, shall we? Oh goodness. I mean, I think I'm just like have a predilection to pink. At any rate, let's see what's good. Well, I hope you're doing well. I hope winter is coming in gently. Look at that. That's beautiful. I mean, this is nondescript, and I'm sure I've seen it so many times, but for some reason today, it's calling my name. So there's that beautiful sound. Wow, look at that. Okay, so I'm already looking at so many beautiful things. As winter comes in, it's like such a perfect time to, one, get your hoarding in order so you can spend time indoors and collaging nonstop. And also getting your coffee, getting your coffee grinds ready, getting your music ready. Look at that. Okay. So I'm just making a pile. That's what we do, right? We go through our magazines and we take out the things that make us happy. Oof, cute kid. Look at that. Oof. Look at that. Isn't that exciting? All right. So like I said, I haven't done this in a while, so I'm kind of really relishing in all the fun colors that I'm seeing. Oh, I love this. Oh, this might be a really colorful collage in the works. Okay. Oh my goodness. So I have been working on quite a few projects, like I said. One project that I'm really proud of is called Collage Boss. So it's for all of you artists that have an entrepreneurial spirit. So that's not everyone. It wasn't me for a while until it was. And basically what it is I'm teaching artists all the things that I've learned along the way, which was not easy, how to create a business from their studio business. It's a lot of work, but it's well worth it, and it is a course, so there is a price for it. Look at that shadow. But like I like to tell people who are interested, the price doesn't matter. The most expensive thing is having so much talent and not knowing what to do with it. You know, I have stacks and stacks of collages, but I know I sell them here and there and here, and I create opportunities for that. Otherwise, they'd just be sitting there, which is perfectly fine for some artists. But for me, I really needed to feel like they were getting out there in the world and doing things like this where I feel connected to you and to other people. So if you are of the entrepreneurial spirit, please check that out. It's called collageboss.com, and the first session actually starts next week. So you still have some time to join that. So if you are an entrepreneur, would like to be, join us. It's a holistic experience. Oh, look at that. Okay. So this is fun. So this is food. I've said this before. I have a hard time collaging food because of my relationship with food. I used to be a very chunky child. I still feel like one. So I don't normally add food to my collage kits because I don't want people to be triggered when they do this, although this looks delicious. But Bon Appetit just has the most stunning, like, photography. Okay, I'm gonna take this, but I'm gonna be very careful. Where's my blade? Where's my blade? Here's one. Okay, because this is beautiful. Look how nice. It is already cropped. So this is a really good tip, you guys. When there is an image that's already has a nice border, doesn't have too much text, this could be a great base for a collage. So let's play with this. I think this is going to be my central image. Is there anything else? So much goodies. Okay, maybe I want a person now. So I have travel and leisure. All right, travel and leisure. If not, I can just go into my stash and get something else. Okay. Let's see if travel and leisure has something I can play with. That's a beautiful image too. So how have you been? Have you been traveling and leisuring? Look at this. This is so beautiful. If it wasn't so beautiful already, I'd totally use this, but I think this is already so, she's the central image of this picture, so I don't want to take that. That's nice. You know what I've been thinking about? This is gorgeous. River cruises. I want to take a river cruise. I hear, they're enchanting, they're enlightening, they're educational. So I don't know. At some point, I'd love to take a river cruise and end up here or here. Oh, this is in Mexico, you guys. Look at that. All right, so I'm just looking for a person. Looking for a cool person. If not, she's cool, but she's already really made up. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Let's take him. Let's take this. So vicious, that sound. Oh, wow, look at that. This is something I would put on my wall. It's just so beautiful. What are they looking at? So much wonder and awe in the world, you guys. Okay. She's interesting, but no. Okay, so you know what? Let's just start. So I said I was going to use this as my central image, and then I found this. I thought this was really beautiful. So let's play with this. Oh, you know what? Maybe my little bird. Maybe this bird wants to be my central image. Let's play. So I've been working with a lot of artists now that I'm doing the prompt weekly, and I'm actually going to do a book. Once all of our 25 prompts are over, because that's how many I'm setting up, 25. We're in number 15 right now, #tattoo. And after that, we're gonna publish a book. So hopefully that'll go off well, and let me know what you think. I love books, as you can tell, and I'd love to create one with all of these great artists that I've been working with. So this is just kind of nice, right? Oh, I like that. But maybe I don't want to mess up this beautiful circle. So maybe I'll just nestle it. So I've also been watching, you know, you have to be balanced. I work a lot, but I also make time for leisure. So we've been watching Ghosts, which is a BBC show. Oh my goodness, it is so good, you guys. If you guys have access to it, check it out. They've made an American version, which I have not watched, but it just seems like as Americans, we can enjoy the English version because it is the same language. At any rate, it's this beautiful show about ghosts. They're stuck in a house and someone inherits the house, and they all live together and they make it work. I think it fulfills my happy family fantasy that I didn't have growing up. So this kind of feels like, oh, what a beautiful coming together of people. All right, look at this. This is gonna be fantastic. I can feel it already. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep playing with this idea of nestling. So I'm gonna make a window here. Oh no. So this happens when you need a new mat. If your mat has has been scuffed too much, it won't cut your paper, especially your thin paper like this magazine paper. So let's see what I can do here. So I've made a window, and maybe what I'll do is I'll play with this lettuce. Is it lettuce? I don't know, but it's cool. So I'm just gonna see if I can play with it like that. It almost looks like fire now, or flowers even. A bed of flowers. Check that out. Isn't that fun? Love it. Fantastic. And also, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me in the happy hour, the collage happy hours. I mean, it's so interesting how the vibe changes, right? When I'm sitting here by myself talking to you, I'm a totally different person because I am alone. And my voice and my cadence changes. When I'm in the happy hour, it is a party, and I have such a great time as well. And Elvis is there, and friends come into the chat. So if you have Instagram, usually every Thursday, we do that, and that's really fun. So come play with us, or you can see the replay, as a lot of you have, and I'm so appreciative of that you comment. So this is a perfect vase. I have my little bird here, but you know what happens? Look at his thin little neck. I'll never be able to cut that. So you know what I'll do? Perhaps I will freehand a circle. Oof, that paper's so thin, you guys. And then I'll do a little trick. So I'm freehanding a nice circle. And you know what? I'm gonna play with, ooh, that's kind of interesting. I did a horrible job, but it looks so cool. Look at that circle, it looks like an egg, but I kind of like it. What I was gonna do is I was going to create rays around it, but I think that is, again, that area is gonna be too thin. So you know what? I think this is enough to create something special. So there's not enough contrast here. But I do like it. So maybe I can make some rays out of this, or even this. Oh, even this. Look at, oh, come on. I want it raised. Here we go. Let's see if I can make this work. The thing about it is that I really want to use these flowers. How fun. Okay, well, I'll make 3 of those. I don't want to go too crazy. Very cool. So have you guys had any new magazines or any new resources you want to share? Leave it in the comments below, because we're always looking for new things to put in our collage kits. I'm always looking for new things to play with. I just made a fun collage last night because I needed to. Whenever I don't use my hands, I get a little restless. So yesterday I had, after doing all the things that I was doing, I really needed to make a collage. So I made a collage kind of drawing with my X-Acto knife. Actually, maybe I'll do that here. I don't know if it calls for it, but I'll show you what I mean. At any rate, it was really fun, and I was playing with it, and it was a technique I don't often use because it's a little pop arty, which is kind of like my taboo. I'm not a big fan of pop art. Oh, look at that. So this is fun. And why am I not a fan of pop art? I just think it's too, what's the word? It's too flashy and not a lot of substance, maybe, right? Maybe that's what it is. You know how deep I am. Okay, so this is kind of fun. All right, maybe I need one more. Okay, but you know what? I'm gonna commit to this because I might lose it. I might lose it. So I'm still using my handy dandy double-sided strips. Still my BFFs. Also, like I said, no excuse. I am super busy, but thank you for everyone who's leaving comments. And if I don't get to them right away, know that I'm still getting them usually, and I'll get to them. But it means a lot to me when you reach out. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Okay, here we go. You know what? It's nice not to be sweating. The weather's changed, so I'm not in a constant downpour. I'm still shining because I have a glow to me, but I'm not sweating, so that's nice. All right, look at this. How fun is that? Maybe I don't need one more ray. Yeah, I do. Okay. So one thing that's been happening with the prompts that I've been working on with people and creating for everyone is that some of the lessons start becoming compounded on each other. They start layering, right? So I did one about tattoos, or I did one about circus, or I did one about deconstruction, and then I see that I'm doing that theme or part of that essence of that prompt in other collages, and that's just so cool. When you do that, it just creates really interesting images and really interesting conversations. So now, I think that's cool, but see, it's a slippery slope. You add one, then you have to add another one. It's called balance. Let's see. Oops. So I'm liking this already, but I don't know. I do want that pop. Not pop art, but I do want a little pop somewhere. Oof, yes. I'm happy with this. Actually, and one of the prompts was spirit animal. Actually, it wasn't animal, spirit animal. It was animalistic. But, oops. All right, you guys. There we go. See, stop collaging for a minute and you forget how to use this. Okay. Love it. Thank you very much. Okay. I still want more though. So I have this. This is fun, but this is too similar to that, so maybe not. This, on the other hand, is kind of fun. But you know what? So here's my thing. I really like contrast. I really like color contrast. These, even though these are different colors and they're bright, they're like on the same spectrum or something. So let's go back to something else. Okay. I love hands. I love this hand. It reminds me of Ex Machina, right? The idea of like when it looks like the end, like a hand comes out of nowhere and saves the day. That's always a good thing to keep in mind, right? Don't worry, help is on its way no matter what. Okay. Oh no. Oh. There's a little pop art for you. Okay. You can enjoy this. Because if you don't, what's the point, right? All these beautiful spaces. And everything's so fall. I was going to go to... Ooh, I like this. I wanted to go to New Mexico, you guys. I wanted to go to Albuquerque, visit my friend Terry. Because we're always on our active look for our escape from the city to buy a house somewhere. So maybe I'll buy a huge house, turn it into an art inn or something, and it's gonna look like one of these pictures in these magazines. Oh, I thought it was gonna be, I wanted the green, but it's the blue. You see how the blue's so similar to everything else? Let's see. All right, my little bird moved, my friends. So we have to be careful and just kind of commit to everything, or else you might lose it, which isn't a bad thing, because if it was meant to be, it'll always be there. But, you know, it'd be less stressful. Okay, I'm just gonna put this guy here. And then maybe I'll play with this. Yeah. I don't know. You know, one of my favorite movies, and I don't know what I'm thinking about that right now. Oh, because I don't know. One of my favorite Christmas movies is Rosemary's Baby. I don't know, I think there's like a Christmas scene in it, but for some reason, every time I think of Rosemary's Baby, I think about Christmas. It's not a very warm, fuzzy movie, but it's a beautiful movie. So if you're into slight horror, Rosemary's Baby is so much fun. And the music's so haunting. And it takes place here in New York, and which is one of the reasons that I fell in love with New York. That movie had such a beautiful portrayal of the Dakotas, which is an actual building here in the city. You guys, what's happening? I think, you know what it is? Because it's fall, all these magazines are kind of only putting fall colors. So, that's the problem with only using what's available, right? What's contemporary. So this is cool. Maybe I can use this. Look at that. That's the house I want. But I'm happy with the collage so far. More food. Eek. That's a nice eye. All right, I'm gonna use this because I love that. Okay, here we go. This is the cover, so it's good paper. Oh, I got two. I'm making a mess, and that's okay. Okay, now we're talking. That's kind of cool. But again, you know what, you guys? So I'm giving up on whatever these people are sending me. I'm just gonna use my own stash. I'm gonna get some black paper. That's why it's good to always have your own. I have this cool black drawing pad, and you know, sometimes you kind of just have to make your own because they're not going to give you what you're looking for. Okay, so this is beautiful because no matter what, this is going to be a beautiful contrast, right? So you know what? I just had a fun idea. So I don't have to go all crazy here. I'm just going to play with lines. Let's make 2 lines. And then really quickly, I want to show you what I was talking about as far as doing stencils or drawing with paper. So be very careful with this because sometimes this is not a pencil and it'll kind of kick back. So what I mean by drawing is I use the paper and I use this as a pencil, right? So I'm just drawing. So I'm going to draw a wing. So I don't know if you can see it in the camera because it's black on black, but I'm drawing the outline of a wing, and I'll do it nice and fast so you can see it. Voila, so I have a wing, right? And now I can place that on my collage somewhere, and it's a wing, right? But we can go a step further and kind of turn it into a stencil by accentuating some more feather-like features, right? And you have to have a really good blade for this because you're making such intricate cuts. And this is what I did for the tattoo prompt class. I played with making these fine incisions, so it looks like they're tattoo lines. So maybe a little bit more just to make it. Isn't that fun? Okay, maybe I'll do one up here. So just have fun with it. But again, be very careful because this is not a pencil, and when you are drawing with a blade, there is a lot of kickback that happens. I just want to do this a little bit. Fun. I like that. Okay. Oops, I ripped it. Okay, here we go. So there is my little wing. It's a bit too big for my little bird, but that's the idea. So you know what? I can make it smaller. Oops, I definitely made it smaller. I can make it smaller like this. There we go. Isn't that fun? It's a little hard to see, but it's there. So I'm gonna keep that there. And then what I initially wanted to do with these lines is I just wanted to create some pattern, right? So I'm going to use my frenemy real quick just for the sake of time, and you know who I'm talking about. He's hiding at the moment. There you are, my frenemy. All right, I'm only kidding. Very useful when you're in a bind, but I try not to use them too much because they do, it does tend to break off over time, and I'm making art for legacy, right? So I'm trying to make sure I can rely on this. So I'm going to play with this. But you know what? I think I want them even thinner. So let's make this a little bit thinner. Ah, yes. Very cool. There we go. So bear with me. Bear with. So I really love English comedy. I loved Miranda, which they also made a American version, which is okay with Mayim Bialik. She was okay, but you know, it's weird. Okay, so I'm just kind of, I don't know, play with this as if it was code, perhaps, like Morse code. Yeah, there we go. And it just creates interest, it creates movement. Oh, I love it. And we can play with the placement of it. So this year, if you're not doing any crazy shopping for the holidays, why not make some collages for your friends, right? That'd be kind of cool. Show them all that you've learned, all that you've seen that's inspired you. That'd be sweet. I should do that. Okay, here we go. Very cool. And you know what? I'm gonna do a little bit more. I quite like it. Very cool. And then I have this thick one here. I will use this as well, just for fun. Yeah. So you see, when you vary your lines, just like in drawing, it creates interest. So it's kind of a good thing, as Martha would say, right? Yes, I am the collage version of Martha Stewart. She's American, good for her. Okay, this is my collage. I absolutely love this one. It came together, my friends. So what did I do? I found things that I liked, but then they were all the same tonality because it's of the season, fall. So don't always rely on what people give you. You go do your research and find what moves you and keep your stash, you know? We're not hoarders for nothing. So keep your stash and have things ready. So I love it because at the end I used the black, and the black really pulled it together. It doesn't look like bars that are holding them back, but it just kind of keeps them together, and the little bird now has this amazing wings. So let's fly. All right, so this is Luis Martin, the art engineer. I am so privileged to be spending some time with you, and thank you for hanging out in the virtual studio. There's tons of adventure to be had. If this is all you can join us with, thank you for being part of it. If not, join the Collage Dream community by doing the collage kits, by doing the prompts, or just by hanging out here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is, again, Luis Martin, the art engineer, and I will see you soon. Bye.